said. All right, test. Let's put this all right here. All right, test. Here we go. We're going to get started right away here. We got plenty of things I got to be doing tonight, so we're going to be bringing you a payoff pitch game. Again, opening day, 2013. We're really not progressing very far, but that's okay. That's okay. We certainly can't play all 2,468 games or whatever it is, but having some fun, just trying out different things here, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Anyways, we have a matchup here at PNC Park between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Opening day is going to be April 1st, 2013. Starting lineups are as follows. David DeJesus, first batter. Center fielder, Sterling Castro is batting second. Shortstop, Anthony Rizzo, first baseman, batting third. Alfonso Soriano, left fielder, batting fourth. Nate Scherholtz, right fielder, batting fifth. Wellington Castillo, catcher, batting sixth. Luis Valbuena, third baseman, batting seventh. Brent Lillybridge, second baseman, batting eighth. Jeff Samardzija is pitching for the Cubs today. For the Pirates, we have Sterling Marte in left field batting first. Garrett Jones, right fielder, batting second. Andrew McCutchen, center fielder, batting third. Pedro Alvarez, third baseman, batting fourth. Gabe Sanchez, first baseman, batting fifth. Neil Walker, second baseman, batting sixth. Russell Martin, the catcher, batting seventh. Clint Barnes, the shortstop, batting eighth. And A.J. Burnett, the pitcher today for the Pirates. So here's A.J. Burnett's card. And they are at home. He started 30 games. Had 191 innings pitched, gave up 165 hits, 11 home runs, 67 walks, and 209 strikeouts. So, let's get the game on the way here. We have David DeJesus, the left-hander, against A.J. Burnett, the right-hander. So we'll be looking on the right side of the card here for the windup in the pitch. Here it comes. And the season's on the way for the Cubs and the Pirates. We have a 771 sevens in play 71. It's going to be an F8. Let's see if I can slide this over a little bit. So F8 and one away. Brings up Sterling Castro. A.J. Burnett. And the windup in the pitch. Here it comes. Curveball. That is a 476. 4 is tough 76. It's going to be, once again, fly ball center field. 2A. Brings up Anthony Rizzo. Against A.J. Burnett. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. It's an 858. 8 is tough 58. 58 is going to be a single for Rizzo. And Rizzo is aboard. That brings up Alfonso Soriano. Righty. Against A.J. Burnett. Give up the single here. Let's see if he can get out of this inning. Wind up at the pitch. Here it comes. That's a 692. 6 is tough. Tough 92 is going to be fly ball to left field. And he does get out of the inning after surrendering the single. Starting on the hill today for Chicago, Jeff Samardzija. He started 33 games, pitched 212 and 2/3 innings, gave up 210 hits, 25 home runs, 78 walks, 214 strikeouts. He'll be facing off against Sterling Marte here to start the game off for Pittsburgh. Sterling Marte. Samardzija is a right-hander against the right-handed Sterling Marte. Here we go. And let's see how Pittsburgh starts off here. And the windup in the pitch is a 441 Forest Ballpark. We have not seen the ballpark card yet. Let's introduce you to PNC Park. So 1 to 17 is going to be a wheelhouse. 1 to 16. So anything basically above a 17 we know is going to be an in-play. This happens to be a 41, so it's an in-play check. So Marte with his in-play check. He needs 32 or less to get us a hit. And that is a 96. That's not going to do it. That's a fly ball to left field. And one away for Garrett Jones. Garrett Jones, the lefty. Batted 241 against right-handed pitching. Only batted 095 against left-handers. So Garrett Jones and Jeff Shamarja. Here it is. That's a 355. 3 is wheelhouse. 55 is going to be just outside of Garrett Jones' wheelhouse. 55. That's going to be a fly ball to left. We have had a lot of fly balls. Every out, I believe, has been a fly ball so far. Andrew McCutcheon. Andrew McCutcheon. Center fielder here. Batted 302 against right-handers. Had 17 home runs, 60 walks, and 90 strikeouts. Jeff Samardzija, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. That's a 8.99, tough 99. 99 is going to get you another fly ball, and that is 3 balls to left field. And for Pittsburgh, 2 to center field and 1 for left field for Chicago. So a lot of fly balls headed out. Nate Scherholtz in the top of the second. Here he is, Nate Scherholtz, lefty. He'll be facing off against A.J. Burnett. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. Nate Scherholtz. 994. 9 is patient. Patient 94 is going to be another fly ball to right. Wellington Castillo, the catcher today. Wellington Costello. We'll go with Costello. And the windup in the pitch, 282 average against righties. It's a 952. 9 is patient. Patient 52 is going to get Castillo a single. So Wellington Castillo aboard. Brings up Luis Valbuena, another lefty against A.J. Burnett. Only batted 217 against right-handers in 2013. Here comes the windup in the pitch. It's a 737. 7's in play. In play 37 is going to be a G3. Got to find out if it's double play. That is a 5. Double play here is an 8. So 5 or less, it will be a double play. And it's an 8, so not a double play. We've got a fielder's choice. Let's just say it went to first. So we first to short. There we go. That's fine. And out is second. Fielder's choice. So probably a ground ball. First ground ball in the game. That brings up Brent Lillybridge. Brent actually has a special card here. You notice if I scroll through Chicago, you won't see his card. His card is actually much farther down in the combined section. So players, I think that combined totals, there's a section. So players that played a good part of the season for one team and then maybe another team or got traded or whatever have a special thing. So instead of scrolling back and forth, I just made a card for him. So Brett Lillybridge against A.J. Burnett here. And wind up in the pitch. That is a 383. 3 is ballpark. 83 we know is it's going to be an in-play hit. So let's check out the in-play. The roll is going to be 63. 63 in play is going to be a ground ball. hit to second. There's 2 outs, so that's just going to be a G4 to end it. And we're in the bottom of the second already, cruising right along. Pedro Alvarez. Here he is. Left-handed third baseman, I guess. Against Jeff Samardzija. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. It is going to be a 5.28. 5 is patient. Patient 28. It's going to be a walk. So Pedro Alvarez is aboard with the walk. Gabe Sanchez up. Gabe Sanchez. There he is. Let's see if Gabe can do something here. Bottom of the second inning. Still looking for their first hit. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. Curveball. It's a 3.26. 3 is a wheelhouse. 26 is going to be a single in the wheelhouse. And a single it is. Going first to third is going to be Alvarez on the wheelhouse check. So extra base on the wheelhouse check. So runners on the corners, nobody out here, and Pittsburgh has something going here in the bottom of the second inning. Runners on the corners for Neil Walker. Neil Walker. There he is. The old switch hitter against Jeff Samardzija. And the windup in the pitch. Here it comes. Fastball. That's a 4.42. 4 is ballpark. 42 is going to be as we looked earlier, anything over 17 in PNC Park is going to be an in-play check. So hard to get home runs in PNC Park. And let's see what he gets. He gets a 91. Neil Walker gets a 91. That's going to be a ground ball hit to second. We've got a roll for double play. 7 for double play there. 9 for double play there. And let's find out. Is it a double play? That is a 5. That is a double play. Run will score, but they take the 2 outs. So ground ball double play. It went to second. So 4-6-3. And Alvarez scores to put Pittsburgh ahead 1-0. Here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs now for Russell Martin. Russell Martin. There he is. Catcher today. He's got an arm of 2. Samardzija against Russell Martin. Bottom of the first. 2 outs. And we get us 6.42. 6 in play. 42 is too high. 42 is going to be a pop-up to the shortstop. And that is Castro, I believe. Yes, Sterling Castro. So Samardzija here, he uses card 4. One thing I did not do is get the pitching cards ready. I apologize for that. Shouldn't take us but just a second to get out the pitching cards. He is a 4 pitching card. Pitching card number 4, please. Where are you? Pitching card number 4. There we are. We'll have to keep that one handy as Samardzija continues hitting. So Jeff Samardzija against A.J. Burnett here in the top of the third inning. A.J. Burnett, the windup in the pitch. Here it comes. Samardzija looking to get a hit. Start things off in the third. It is a 6.29. 6 is tough. Tough 29 is going to be a strikeout for Samardzija. Normal strikeout. That brings up David DeJesus, second time up. Fly ball center field, first time. Where is he? He's on the wrong side. That's why we can't find him. Here we are. A.J. Burnett versus David DeJesus. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. That's a 9-11. 9 is patient. Patient 11 is going to be a walk. So DeJesus aboard with the walk. Not intentional. He has a run of 7. What is his steal? His steal is a C. Hold rating of 8. Well, I think I'll stay put as we're looking at the heart of the lineup coming up. Castro, Rizzo, and Soriano. So Castro, first time up, fly to center. Castro, where's this card? There it is. And the windup and the pitch, 595. 5 is tough, 95. Castro 95 is going to be an F7. And DeJesus will stay on first base. Beatles Eternally, hello. Nice to have you aboard. We're in the top of the third inning here. It's 1-0 Pirates over the Cubs. DeJesus on first, and we have 2 away here for Anthony Rizzo. Anthony Rizzo. Nice to have you aboard, Beatles Eternally. Wind up in the pitch, here it comes. That's a 10-39. 10 is Patient. Patient 39. And Rizzo's aboard with the walk. So 2 walks in the inning for Alfonso Soriano, flying to left field his first time up. Big opportunity here for the Cubs. Welcome, welcome. He says, go Bucks, go Bucks. Here we go. See if we get this all-important third out. Runners on first and second. That's a 10-96. 10 is Patient. 96 is too high. That's going to be a fly ball. It's going out to left field and making the catch. So after 2.5 complete, 1-0 Pittsburgh. Clint Barnes, look at this. Fly ball left field. Fly ball left field. Fly ball left field. Walk, a hit, double play, and the pop up to short. There's been a lot of fly balls here. Fly ball, fly ball, fly ball, fly ball, fly ball, fly ball. Almost every out we've had so far in this game. Big series in real life. We got the Cardinals versus the Cubs. We do, my friend. That's why we're trying to get this done as quickly as possible. Big series. I'm not actually, everyone knows I'm a big Cardinals fan, but I'm not. It's not that I've given up hope. It's just I just don't see it happening. So I'm not getting excited. I mean, I'd like to see it happen, but just the Cardinals have been too inconsistent all year. And, anything can happen. You know how it is. But what are we doing here? We are in the bottom of the third inning. Clint Barnes is up. First time up for Clint Barnes. All right. Clint Barnes against Jeff Samardzija. Bottom of 3. Yeah, I'd like to see the Cardinals sweep them. I mean, that's really their only chance. If they split, it's a done deal. But I think the Cubs' magic number's 2. So, I mean, they'd have to sweep them and then hope that the Cubs end up losing 2 or 3 of their last series as well. So, I don't know. Just not that. I mean, yeah, they still got a chance at the wild card, which would be great for them to be able to do that. But again, losing 2-3 to Pittsburgh this weekend after sweeping the Reds was a real. I mean, I kind of expected it, really, to tell you the truth. That's how things go this year with the Cardinals. So, anyways, Samardzija versus Cliff Barnes. Here comes the windup in the pitch. That is an 8.56. 8 is tough. Tough 56. Oh, just barely a strikeout. Just barely with the strikeout. That brings up A.J. Burnett. He has a card of number 1. Shoot, I forgot to get out. Pitcher card for him. Well, there we go. It doesn't take very long to find it. I've been doing this long enough now. It's pitcher card number 1 against Jeff Samardzija. Let's see if A.J. Burnett can get things going. Here's the windup and the pitch. Here we go. 7-0-2. So 7 is tough. Pretty much every pitcher card, if it's a tough, it's always going to be a strikeout. So, you. Strike, strike, strike. And that's 2 Ks in the inning. Brings up Sterling Marte, who fly to left field his first time up. Sterling Marte. And the windup and the pitch. Some Cardinals fans want Matheny out. Sucks to be a manager because you can't fire a whole team. It's not Matheny's fault. I actually like Matheny because he's from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. And that's where I spent the last 25 years of my life in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. My wife just graduated as a teacher from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. So Mike Matheny comes from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. So I like him. Now I can't even remember what I was doing here. Samardzija versus someone here. It is an 11-68. 11 is defense. 68. It is Sterling Marte. So defense of 68. All right, let's get this defense chart here. Defense of 68. 68 is going to be a third base error check. Let's see. Third base error check is E4 for Luis Valbuena. Luis Valbuena's check here. That was, shit, what was it? Error 4, E4. All right, so E4 check. We need to bring up the poop card. E4, all right, error 4. So 1 to 30 is going to be an error on Valbuena. Let's see if he makes the play. Here it comes, E4, check on Valbuena. And that is a 17. That is an error on Valbuena. And it's an 8 on the check to find out what kind of error. Went to third base. We rolled an 8. 8 is one base error. So, got to go back to the other side here. So, Marte reaches on the error. And the error was committed by third base. So, he's aboard with 2 away here for Garrett Jones. Fly to left field. First time up. Garrett Jones. Here's Garrett Jones. Let's see if the error can come back to here haunt them there. Beatles Eternally says he likes Mike Matheny as well. He's a very good manager. I think he's a very good manager. And Red Sox fan is in the house. Woo, baby. We have Garrett Jones here against Jeff Samardzija. Bottom of 3, 2 outs. And that is a 2. 2 is a ballpark. 88 is going to be an in-play check. So 1 to 26 will be a hit for Garrett Jones. Let's see. Can he get the hit? That's a 17. 17 is going to be a single. So single for... And Marte is going to advance to third with 2 outs. You get that extra base when there's 2 outs. So runners on the corners quickly here for Pittsburgh in the bottom of the third. That brings up Mr. Clutch, Andrew McCutchen. Andrew McCutchen. So Beatles Eternally, don't hate me for this, but I currently live in Bradenton, Florida. And Bradenton, Florida is the home of the Pittsburgh Pirates spring training games. So I went to about 3 or 4 of their spring training games this year. So it's literally, I can see the ballpark from, it's like 4 blocks from where I work, basically. Mackenzie Field, yep, just up the street. I drive by just about every day. Andrew McCutchen, here it comes. Wind up in the pitch. Andrew McCutchen. Let's see if Mr. Clutch can do it. It's a 4. 4 is a ballpark. 68, once again, is going to be an in-play. 1 to 33, we'll get some runs across here. Andrew McCutchen. Let's see. And the roll is 63. Not good enough. That's going to be a fly ball. Hit to right field, and that's going to end the inning. Very promising inning there for Pittsburgh. They just couldn't play anything. So after 3 complete, third of the game done, Pittsburgh 1, Chicago nothing. Batting for the second time is Nate Scherholtz. He flied out to right field his first time. Nate Scherholtz. against A.J. Burnett. And the windup and the pitch. Here it comes. That's a 3. It's still wiggling. What are you going to end on? 3. We're going to give it it's actually a 13. It was a 3. So it's a 3-13. Ballpark 13. It's not going to matter because that, I believe, is going to be a home run check. Sherholtz is a lefty, so 1-17. So, yeah, it didn't matter if it was a 3 or a 6 there. So 16 is less. It's 1-17. So that's a wheelhouse check for Nate Sherholtz. 1-43, and we got us a tie ball game. 1-43, and this game is tied. Nate Sherholtz gets a hold of one. A.J. Burnett leaves one down the middle. It's going. It's 39. Gone. Home run. We got us a tie ball game. Nate Sherholtz, with his first of the season, ties this game up. Wellington Castillo against A.J. Burnett. And the windup in the pitch, it is an 8-84. 8 is tough 84. Ground ball to short for the out. One away here for Luis Valbuena. Made the error last inning. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Luis Valbuena only batted .217 against right-handers. A.J. Burnett, the windup, looks at the signs, and here it comes. That's a 5-33. That's a tough 33. That's going to be a strikeout. Strike. And that is only his first strikeout of the game. Comes in the fourth inning. Brent Lillibridge. Again, he's got a special card against A.J. Burnett. Beals eternally said that he caught the 1975-1936 Yanks game that Al, Red Sox fan, did. Said it was a great game, so I highly recommend you go check out Al, Red Sox fan, and see if you can watch the 75 Sox against the 36 Yanks. Brett Lillibridge against A.J. Burnett to wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. It's a 5-79. 5 is tough. Tough 79 is going to be a strikeout. Oops. Strike. And that's going to end the top of the fourth inning. Bottom of 4, we got us a tie ball game, 1-1. 2 up for the Pirates, Pedro Alvarez, Gabby Sanchez, Neil Walker. So Pedro Alvarez first. First time up, Pedro walked. And the windup and the pitch, here it comes. Samardzija against Alvarez, righty versus lefty here. It's a 5-0-1. 5. Ooh, just missed the wheelhouse. 5 is patient. Patient 0-1. And that, my friends, is another walk. So 2 walks on the day for Pedro Alvarez. He's got Jeff Samardzija's number. He sees those pitches coming in. He knows what they are, and he's not swinging at them. That brings up Gabby Sanchez. Against Jeff Samardzija. The windup and the pitch. Here it comes. That is a 5-64. 5 is in place. 64 is going to be a G4. Is it a double play? Let's find out. 5 and a 9. So we need 5 or less on the 2D6. It'll be a double play. It is not a double play. So once again, Sanchez hits into the fielder's choice. That is going to be a 4-6 put out. Out is second Alvarez. Fielder's choice, 1 away. Neil Walker's up. Neil Walker hit into a double play his first time up. Neil Walker, where's Neil Walker? He's up front here. All right. Samardzija against Neil Walker. Here comes the pitch. Samardzija. Runner on at first. That's a 10.77. 10 is patient. Ooh, just outside of his range. 77 is going to be a fly ball to center. Two-way here for Russell Martin. Russell Martin, 2 outs. Bottom of 4. And the windup in the pitch. Russell Martin, Jeff Samardzija, 5.95. That's a patient 95. That's going to be fly ball to left, and that's going to end the inning. So after 4 complete, we got us a 1-1 ball game here. Nice and tight action going on. Hey, Beatles Eternally, Max Cornelius is in the house. Ooh, yeah. Welcome, Max Cornelius. Status Pro Baseball. Anybody have any seasons of Status Pro Baseball? I know you can like get some off of some of the websites and download them and stuff. If anybody's got some Status Pro Baseball seasons, let me know. I'm interested. I might want to try that. Try and set up something there. Max Cornelius, what is going on, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Samardzija's back up, starting off, or are they going to pinch hit for him? Now, Samardzija's been going pretty good, so we're going to keep him in the game. He's only given up. Pittsburgh only has 2 hits. So A.J. Burnett against Samardzija, who uses card 4. So let's get out pitching card 4. There we go. All right, A.J. Burnett versus Samardzija here. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. That is a 5-10. 5 is tough. Tough 10. That's going to be strikeout for Samardzija. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Brings up DeJesus. 5 ball to center and walked David DeJesus. And A.J. Burnett keeps on rolling here. I'm doing great, Max Cornelius. Thanks for asking. Here we go. David DeJesus. Lefty. Center fielder. And it's a 783. That's an in-play 83. That's going to be a ground ball hit to second base for the out. Sterling Castro, fly ball to center and fly ball to left. Sterling Castro 0 for 2. A.J. Burnett keeps on rolling here. And the pitch. That is going to be a 6.45. 6 is tough. Tough 45 is a strikeout, so Castro down on strikes to end the top of the 5th. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Quint Barnes, A.J. Burnett, and Sterling Marte due up. So Quint Barnes, right? Yes, Clint Barnes against Jeff Samardzija. Definitely a pitching matchup today here at PNC Park. And the windup, Samardzija, knuckleball, curveball. That's what it is. It's an 8.07. 8 is tough. Tough 07. That's going to be a strikeout. That is number 3 strikeout of the day. Brings up A.J. Burnett. He's batting card number 1. We're going to go ahead and leave him in there. He's been on such a roll, might as well. He's got at least 2 more innings in him, I believe. So Samardzija versus A.J. Burnett. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. It's an 8.85. That's a tough. That's going to be your usual strike, strike, strike. Oh, strike, strike, strike. And Sterling Marte flied to left, and error in the 3rd inning on the 3rd baseman to get him on board. Sterling Marte against Jeff Samardzija. Here it comes. The big righty with the sign. Here it comes. 8.39. 8 is tough. Tough 39 is going to be striking out the side. And Jeff Samardzija in the 5th inning dominating the Pirates. Go into the 6th, A.J. Burnett against Anthony Rizzo. Only 1 of 3 hits on the day. One of them belongs to Rizzo in the first and a walk in the second. So Rizzo's been aboard twice. A.J. Burnett, see if he can get him out this time. It is an 857, tough 57, and 57 is going to be a single. So Rizzo, 2 for 2 on the day with a walk. Soriano against A.J. Burnett. There he goes. Wind up in the pitch. That's a 671. That's a tough 71. And look at that. Alfonso Soriano. 71 is a single for Soriano. So back-to-back singles. And the Cubs have something going here in the second. Rizzo is a 6 runner. He'll just make it to second on the play there. Nate Scherholtz. What has Nate done? Nate has fly ball into right field and a home run in the 4th. So Nate Scherholtz, the only run scorer for the Cubs so far, the single shot in the 4th inning. Let's see if Scherholtz. We have runners on first, runner on second. Nobody out here. And A.J. Burnett might be getting a little tired. We'll see. That's a 10-88, patient 88, and that's going to be ground ball hit to second. Are they going to turn 2? We need a 5 or less to turn 2 on this. And that's a 2. That's a double play. Hit into the 4-6-3 double play. 4-6-3. And Rizzo's going to advance to third, but that's 2 big outs. Brings up Wellington Castillo with a single and a grounder to second. Rizzo on third, 2 outs here. Who was that? Castillo. Wellington Castillo against A.J. Burnett. Can Barnett get out of this inning? Started off very promising for the Cubs. Let's see if the Buccos can keep him off the board. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. That's a 967. Patient 67, and it's a hit by pitch. Wellington Castillo's hit by the pitch. Batter was hit by the pitch. So we got runners on first and third. 2-way here for Luis Valbuena. Hit into a fielder's choice and a strikeout. Luis Valbuena. 2-way here in the top of the 6th. There it comes. Valbuena, A.J. Burnett. It's a 904, patient 04, and that is a walk. And bases are loaded for the Cubs. And Brent Lillibridge is due up. Brent Lillibridge. Only batted 135. Do the Cubs make a substitution? That is a good question. That is a great question. Do the Cubs make a substitution and get Alberto Gonzalez? Alberto Gonzalez. Let's see here. I think Alberto has a special card as well. Damn it. Cubs, Chicago, CHI, Alberto Gonzalez. They're going to make the switch. Here. Alberto Gonzalez is going to come in and pinch hit and take over second base for Lillibrook. So we have us a pinch hitter coming in, and they actually did this in the real game as well. So don't think I'm doing all weird stuff here. Alberto Gonzalez. And he's going to come in. So Alberto Gonzalez is coming in to pinch hit for Brett Willybrook. Gonzalez has his own card as well because he had combined totals. So it's in a different part of the PDF. So instead of scrolling up and down, I just made his own special card. Let me set up my screen over here again. So here we go. Big spot of the game here. Bases loaded. Top of the 6th inning. Nowhere to put him. A.J. Burnett. Bases loaded. The windup and the pitch. It's an 889. 8 is tough. Where's his card? It fell off the screen. There it is. A tough 89 is going to be a ground ball hit to short, and they get out of the inning. The buck goes. Keep him off the board. A pinch runner was inserted last, and you may need to insert a new pitcher and make defensive changes. Yes, I do need to go back and make defensive changes. Okay. Where in the hell is this dude? Alberto Gonzalez. He's going to play second. And he's going to be hitting in this spot. Player you select is already in the lineup. Would you like to insert it? No. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's see here. Subs and hidden. No, change display. Oh, I just have to figure out what do I need to do so the game doesn't like freak out that I made a change here. Sorry about this. Subs here. This. Can I tell him to play second? Change displayed position. There we go. All right, I think that's okay then, right? Right? Is he show his second baseman now? Yes, he does. All right, there we go. Good job. I figured it out. Yay for me. All right, going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Still a close one here. PNC Park 1-1. Garrett Jones, a single in the third, a fly out in the first. 1 for 2 for Garrett Jones. And he'll be facing off against Samardzija. Garrett Jones, Jeff Samardzija, bottom of the 6th inning. Here he comes, wind up in the pitch. It's a 656 is in play. Garrett Jones in play 50. It's going to be a ground ball hit to third for the out. Andrew McCutcheon, 2 fly balls. Has yet to get on track here this season. Andrew McCutcheon, 0 for 2. Wind up in the pitch. That is a 725. 7 is tough. Tough 25. That's going to be a strikeout for Andrew McCutcheon. 2 away here for Pedro Alvarez. Walked both times up. Pedro Alvarez, 2 for 2 on walk-in. Here comes the windup in the pitch. It's a 745, tough 45, and a strikeout for Alvarez. Alvarez. And Jeff Samardzija is cruising through these middle innings. Absolutely cruising. A.J. Burnett had a little bit of trouble there in the 6th inning. Well, are they going to leave Samardzija in Samardzija will be fatigued in the 7th normally, but if you have given up less than 3 runs and less than 6 hits, which he obviously has, you can stay in as long as you don't give up more than like 2 or 3 more hits or something like that. I don't know the exact rule. We can look it up if it needs to be. So Samardzija could stay in the rest of the game, or does the Cubs say thank you very much for the 6 innings? We're going to lead the inning off with a pinch hitter. Well, I think he's just been cruising through these last couple innings. I think we're going to leave Samardzija in there, actually. At least get him through the 7th inning. We'll see. So A.J. Burnett versus Samardzija. Where's his card? Samardzija's the 4 card. So A.J. Burnett versus Samardzija. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. That's a 540. 540. Tough 40 is going to be another strikeout for Samardzija. DeJesus. Not much going on with him. DeJesus. Get to the right team there. David DeJesus against A.J. Burnett. One away here in the 7th inning. That is a 363. 3 is a ballpark. 63 is just going to be an in-play check, though. Anything over 17 is for sure an in-play. That's going to be a 26. 26 is going to be a single for DeJesus. So DeJesus with the single here in the top of the 7th. DeJesus is a C stealer and arm of 2, so it'd be a C2 check for the steal. C2, oh, that's way down there, so no steal attempt there. Will they put him in the hit and run? No, I think they just let Castro go. He gets the signs. Castro back in the box. A.J. Burnett settles down, rubs the ball a little bit, and the windup. Here it comes. It's a 981. 9. Patient 81. Patient 81. That's going to be a ground ball. Oops. It's going to be hit to short. Let's find out it's a double play. That's a 7. The pitcher's got a double play of 8, so 7 or less. And we got us a double play. That's a 5 for the double play. That is going to be hit into the 6-4-3 double play. And that ends the inning. So A.J. Burnett, well done. Through 7 complete for the Pirates. Defense at least. So we're in the 7th inning stretch. 7th inning stretch, my friends. So everyone stand up and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," folks. Take me out to the ball game. All right. So Samardzija, he needs to get through this inning clean because they left him in the bat. So Gabby Sanchez has not done much. She's got a single and hit into a fielder's choice. Pirates on the day, going into the 7th inning, 2 hits. So Jeff Samardzija has been on his A game. Gabby Sanchez, here it goes. Wind up in the pitch. Bouncing around, and we got a 5-12. 5 is patient. Patient 12. Gabby Sanchez is aboard. He's got a B stealing rating. So he walks. Walk. So the question is, does Gabby Sanchez go? He's got a B steal. And the catcher's arm is a 3, so it's going to be a B3 check. B3 is right there. Gabby Sanchez looks in, takes a pretty big lead out there. Is daring him to pick him off. Daring him. Here comes the windup and the pitch, and yes, he takes off. He's going for it. First of all, he needs to get the hold rating. So let's see. Needs to be 7 or less. It's a 5, so he does get it, and it's a 0-2. A 0-2 on the check, so 0-2 is a drop question mark. So we're going to roll 1d6, and the batter up is, got to switch back to the right team here. Neil Walker. Got to find out, is Neil Walker a lefty or right-handed hitter? Neil Walker, this is going to make a big difference here. Neil Walker is a switch hitter. He's going to be batting from the left-hand side. So left-handed batter is going to be the second baseman. So we're going to look to see if the second baseman dropped the ball here. So we're going to roll a D6 if it's higher than the fielding rating of the second baseman. So let's look at the Cubs' second baseman here. They made that substitution, remember, just an inning ago. Brett Lillibridge. They took him out and put in Alberto Gonzalez. And so we have to look and see the error check for Gonzalez is a 3, much better than Brett Lillibridge. So that is a great play by the Chicago manager, a.k.a. me. So it's got to be higher than a 3, and Alberto Gonzalez makes the error. If he doesn't, then Gabby Sanchez is caught stealing. So we're going to look at this special fancy-dancy multicolored dice. 1, 2, 3, it's an out. 4, 5, 6, it's an error as he drops the ball. It's an error. Error on the play. All right, so we got to go back here. And Gabby Sanchez. Let's see. This is going to be a tough one because he didn't technically steal second base. He got there because of an error. But it wasn't the batter that's going to reach on the error. It's going to be, you know what, just for, because I'm not really keeping that many stats, we're just going to say he stole second. So there you go. All right, so nobody out. Gabby Sanchez on second. Neil Walker due up. So Neil Walker, here it comes. Samardzija and Neil Walker. Here it comes. Nobody out. Lined up in the pitch. Batting from the left side. It's a 432. 4 is ballpark. 32, we know 32 is going to be higher than 17, so it's going to be an in-play check. So an in-play is going to be a 26 or less. Neil Walker got himself a hit. That's a 99, so 99 is going to be a fly ball. Hit into right field. Fly ball hit to right. And Sanchez, what's his run rating? Sanchez, he's only a 6. He'll stay. All right, stay on second. Brings up Russell Martin, 0 for 2 on the day. Russell Martin against Jeff Samardzija. Runner on second, 1 out. Can they get this all-important next run across? Russell Martin needs a hit. Here it comes. Wind up the pitch. And it's in there. 10, 67. 10 is patient. Patient, 67. And Russell Martin's hit by the pitch. Russell Martin hit by the pitch. And we got runners at first and second here for Clint Barnes. Clint Barnes, I believe 2 strikeouts on the day for Clint Barnes. 1 away here. Samardzija running into a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the 7th. Maybe they shouldn't have Left him in. Well, he still hasn't let anything go. First and second, one out. Let's see. Double play gets him out of it. Wind up in the pitch. Here it is. It's 11-0-1. 11 is defense. Defense of 0-1. A defense of 0-1. That's going to be a pitcher range. So the pitcher's range is going to be a C. So if we look at our chart here, a C. So 1 to 44 is a hit. So 1 to 44, Ken Samardzija, little dribbler rolling past him. We got to find out if it's a hit. 1 to 44. Back up the middle. Can Samardzija knocks it down? Can he get it over to first in time? That's a 0-9. That is a hit. So hit past the pitcher. And that is off of a ballpark. No, it was a defense check. That was a defense check. So since it was a defense check and the lead runner's only got a speed of 6, they're only going to take one base. So Clint Barnes with a single back up the middle, and bases are loaded for the Buccos here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and A.J. Burnett's day is going to be done as one out, bases loaded. They're bringing in looking through my options here. Well. All right, Jose Tabata's coming in. Jose Tabata. So we got to tell them we're making a switch here. A.J. Burnett is out. We have us a pinch hitter coming in, Jose Tabata. Jose Tabata against Jeff Samardzija, bases loaded. Batted .292 against right-handers. Let's see. Big play of the game right here. One out. Infield's playing back, going for the double play. Samardzija versus Jose Tabata. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. 675. 6 is in play. In play 75. That's a fly ball. Hit to center field. A fly ball hit to center field. Off of a... Which one was it? It's a 6, an in play. So runners hold on the in play hit. Unfortunately, runners hold. We have us a fly ball to center. I would be using my charts right now, my special charts, but I decided before I started this game just to use the regular charts that came with the game. Just because I know some people don't have them, and some people might be watching this that haven't played Payoff Pitch, and so I'm just going to use the default stuff. So bases loaded, 2 away here, bottom of 7th for Sterling Marte. Can Samardzija get out of the inning? 2 big outs in a row for him. Here we go. Samardzija versus Marte. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. That is a 230. 2 is a ballpark. 30 again is going to be an in-play check for Marte. In play, 32. Here it comes. He rolled a 99. Unbelievable. That's a fly ball to center. And that's funny or I'm sorry, it was right field. Yes, I know. We have to go back and insert a new pitcher. And coming into pitch for the Buccos here is going to be Justin Wilson. So we got a new pitcher coming in. Justin Wilson. And he's coming into bat ninth. So Justin Wilson will get his card out here. A.J. Burnett, very, very good outing. If you're a Bucco fan, very good outing. Let's see, who do we bring in? Wilson, right? So what's his first name? Jeff. I think everyone's by first name. So Justin Wilson. There we go. So Justin Wilson's coming in here. Let's take a look at his card. Rizzo, Soriano, and Sherholtz is due up for the Cubs here in the top of the eighth. Another close game here. This has been about the last 4 games we've done in payoff pitch have been real nail biters down to the wire here. So Rizzo against Wilson, the lefty. Rizzo, lefty on lefty matchup here. Rizzo only bet a 189 against lefties. Let's see if Clint Hurdle makes a good call and see if Justin Wilson can get out Rizzo. Top of 8. That's a 7-0-8, patient 0-8, and not a good way to start off. And walks him. Rizzo has a speed of 6. I know it says A6, but it's probably just in the wrong column. So not that great a stealer. Actually, yeah, he's a D stealer, not very good. So that brings up Soriano. Single his last time up. Soriano, what's his bunt? Bunt D. He's not a very good bunter either. Well, here he goes. Soriano versus Wilson. Not very much choices for Chicago. They're just going to grip it and rip it. That's a 10-27. Ballpark 27 again for you guys just joining us. Anytime we're looking at the ballpark check, anything over 17 is going to be an in play. So it's got to be less than a 17. So it's a ballpark, and it's a 27. So it's going to be an in play for Soriano. He needs a 1-26 for a base hit. And he got a 32 just outside his range. 32 is a pop-up. Little pop-up. Hit down the third base line in foul territory. Making the catch. Rizzo stays at first, 1 away. Sherholtz hit a home run in the 4th inning. The only runs for the Cubs at this point. Sherholtz against Wilson. He only batted 170 against left-handers. So this might be a really good time to bring in Wilson. Clint Hurdle there made a great call. That's a 7-0-2-7 is patient. And every time I say that, hey, get a walk. So runners on first and second, 2 walks in the inning. Do not want to see that. Wellington Castillo, single, ground ball to second, and hit by pitch. Castillo against Wilson. Only a 247 against lefties. Let's see if he can get out Castillo here. 8-0-5. 8 is tough 0-5, and that is a big strikeout for the second out of the inning. Runners on first, runners on second. Luis Valbuena, fielder's choice, a strikeout and a walk. Kind of a mosh pit of things there. Luis Valbuena, lefty versus lefty. 226, he did actually hit better against left-handers. But we're going to leave Wilson in to try and get that all-important third out here. That's a 741. 7 is patient. Patient 41 and another walk. And the bases are loaded here in the 7th inning. That brings up Alberto Gonzalez, who was brought in the 6th inning for Brent Lillibridge. Alberto Gonzalez, who has a special card here. He's terrible against left-handers, so they're going to leave Justin Wilson in there. Might have been an intentional walk to get by Valbuena to bring up Gonzalez. Only a 167 hitter against Gonzalez. Let's see if the call by Clint Hurdle was a good one. Wind up in the pitch by Wilson. Here it comes. And this one's stuck in the corner, so we're going to re-roll it. There we go. Sometimes they do that in this game. It's a 738. 7 is patient. Patient 38 against the lefty, and that's going to be a single for Gonzalez, and that is not what you want to see. 38. And that's going to score a couple runs on the single here. So score sure holds because there's 2 outs. You get to take an extra base. Valbuena is going to go to third, and runners on the corners. 2 runs in for the Cubs on the single by Alberto Gonzalez. So Joe Madden making a good call there in the 6th inning, not only for defensive purposes, but for offensive purposes here in the 8th inning. And Samardzij's day will be done. And so they're going to have us a pinch hitter here. And the Buccos give up a couple runs here in the top of the 8th. Coming in for Chicago. Coming in for Chicago. It's going to be Darwin Barney, I believe. Darwin Barney's come in to face off against Justin Wilson. So Darwin Barney against Justin Wilson. The windup in the pitch. Runners on the corner. Still 2 outs. And it's a 6-18. 6 is tough. Tough 18 against the lefty. It's going to be a strikeout. So they get out of the inning. And we have us a new pitcher coming in. The Cubs are going to bring in James Russell, it looks like. James Russell coming in the 9th spot there. Hopefully we got his card. That would be awesome. Chicago. The hell was this guy's? James Russell. Couldn't remember. I'm terrible with names, so I always forget. James Russell. Do I not have a card for James Russell? Really? Really? All right, we're on page number 95. Let's do a search. James Russell, find. If I do a search for James, we'll get a whole bunch of them. How does he spell his name? R-U-S-S-E-L-L. 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 Let's see if he's got a card in here. There's James Russell. Okay, so obviously I must have forgot him. Okay, so let me just double check James. Oh, you know what? I already have his card. I just missed it in the list. Sorry, guys. Apologize for that. So James Russell's coming in face off against, we have Garrett Jones, Andrew McCutchen, and Pedro Alvarez due up. Garrett Jones, 1 for 3 on the day. Garrett Jones, let's see, I need to switch this back. All right, so we're going in the bottom of 8, 3-1 Cubs, bottom of 8. Garrett Jones against James Russell. Garrett Jones only batted .095 against lefties. He is a right fielder. Might have been better to leave in Tabata for him, but it's too late to do that now. All right, we're just gonna let Garrett Jones go and hope he gets a good result here. Wind up in the pitch. That's a 479. 4's wheelhouse, and he rolled a 79. Yeah, it didn't matter. 79 is going to be a fly ball. Hit to center field. One away. Andrew McCutchen. Now he crushes left-handed pitching. 388 average. Let's see if McCutchen can get a hit against James Russell. Bottom of 8, 1 out. Nobody on. That's a 1087. 10 is ballpark. 87 we know is an in-play check. So in play for McCutchen. Against the lefty. Needs 39 or less. Wind up. Here comes the pitch. It's a 25. 25 is a single. So Andrew McCutchen with a single. He is a C stealer, so not great. Pedro Alvarez walked, and 2 walks and a strikeout for Pedro Alvarez. He does not hit well against lefties either. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. That's an 0-0 is an automatic reroll. Too bad. It's an automatic reroll. Anytime we roll the 0-0. It's an 886. Patient 86. That's not going to do it. Not going to do it. 86 going to be ground ball to second. I'm sorry, yeah, second. Actually, hang on a second. That could be a ground ball double play. Alvarez, double play 7, double play of 6. So we need 6 or less for the ground ball double play. That's a 9, is not a double play. So I'm going to shoot. How can I undo this? Can I say no, I don't want to do this? Can I go back? Help. Yeah. No, I don't. What if I just... Can I just mark everything off on this and say okay? Here we go. Cancel. There we go. Yeah. Backspace. All right, fielder's choice is what we're looking at. It was a... who's it hit to? I don't even remember. It doesn't really matter. 6-4 is fine. Out is second. Okay. Fielder's choice. All right, there. That looks good. Okay, so 2-way. Runner still at first for Gabby Sanchez. Gabby Sanchez. 333 hitter against lefties. Wind up in the pitch. 2 outs here. Here it comes. It's in there. That's an 11-50. 11 is in play. 50. Gabby Sanchez. 50 is going to be a ground ball. Hit to third base. And that's going to end the inning. Go in the 9th. Due up, David DeJesus. Last chance for the Buccos. Going to leave Wilson in. Actually, let me check on. Let me check on something. I want to see the stamina ratings. Catcher's arm, yeah. Sacrifice, yeah. Ballpark, hit and run, wild pitches, stamina. What I'm looking for, stamina will either be short or long. A short reliever becomes fatigued after pitching 2 innings or after allowing 2 runs. Okay, so he pitched last inning. It's okay for him to come out and pitch this inning. That's what I wanted to make sure. All right, David DeJesus against Justin Wilson. And here we go. David DeJesus, Justin Wilson, top of the 9th. We're on to the 9th. 10-98. 10 is ballpark. 98 is going to be an in-play check for DeJesus. 1-21 is a hit. In this case, it is a 74. 74 is going to be a fly ball to center. Sterling Castro, 0 for 3, 0 for 4 on the day for Castro. That's great because I hate Sterling Castro. Castro and Justin Wilson. That is a 7-0-7. 7 is patient. 0-7 against the lefty is going to be a walk. Of course, as soon as I say that, they get a walk. Anthony Rizzo. 2 for 2 on the day with 2 walks. Anthony Rizzo. The Cubs go on to win this game, probably MVP of the day. 2 for 2 with 2 walks. So he's been on 4 times. And here comes, it's a 3-12. 3 is defense. Defense of 12. Defense of 12. Defense 12, second baseman range. Let's look at those ranges. Second baseman range is B. Range of B. So, range of B. So 1-34 is going to be a hit. Let's see, 1-34, a B range. That's a 25. That is a hit. That's going to be a hit. Cannot make the play. Second baseman here, which happened to be Neil Walker, outside his range. And Neil, that is going to be a single off the end of his glove. Castro, where is he? Sterling Castro. It was often in play, so you just get to one base because there's only one out. So runners on first and second, 1 out here for Alfonso Soriano. And that might be it for Justin Wilson. In fact, it is going to be it for Justin Wilson. His day is done. He'll be headed to the showers. We're getting us a new pitcher. New pitcher. Thank you. Coming in for the Cubbies. Or, I'm sorry. Yes, for the Buccos. What am I thinking? For the Buccos, Jared Hughes. Maybe. Jared Hughes, there he is. All right, coming in, Jared Hughes. Let's have to get out his card here. That is Pittsburgh. Jared Hughes, there he is. All right. So Jared Hughes coming in to face off against Alfonso Seriano there. Alfonso Seriano against Jared Hughes. Wind up in the pitch. Runners on first and second. Only one out here in the top of the ninth. 640. 6 is patient, and he's a righty. A patient 40, and Alfonso Seriano's hit by a pitch. Hit by the pitch, and we got bases loaded here in the top of the ninth. One away. Nate Scherholtz. Nate Scherholtz against Jared Hughes. Bases loaded, looking for that double play. Scherholtz only hits it a double play at a 5, so even if it's a ground ball, it's still not a guaranteed double play. As a 10-28. 10 is ballpark. 28 we know is an in-play check. So Nate Scherholtz with an in-play check against the righty. That is a 73. Nothing there. 73. Fly ball to center. And it was off a in-play check. So nobody advances on the in-play check. I believe. That's not what I'm looking for. Where's their sack? I'm looking for the sack. Where's the sack? Ground out, fly out. So wheelhouse, it was an in-play, all runners hold. Yep, okay. I thought I knew it. I just tried to make sure I knew it. So everyone stays. Wellington Castillo against Jared Hughes. 2 outs now. Top of 9. Bases loaded. Jared Hughes trying to get him out of this all-important inning. Wind up at the pitch. It's a 5-83. Tough 83 for Castillo. 83 is going to be ground ball hit to short. The scoop, the throw to first, and get him by half a step. We're going in the bottom of the 9th inning. Al Rodsack's fan says on to the 9th. You knew, ID. Here we go. Neil Walker, Russell Martin, Kit Barnes. Neil Walker 0 for 3. He'll be facing off against James Russell's day is going to be done. New pitcher. And the Cubs are going to be bringing in their closer. Just have to make sure I know who it is for sure. Kevin Gregg is a choice. And Kahaji Fujikawa is coming in. Kahaji Fujikawa. Because he's the one that actually closed out the game in real life. So we're going to give him his shot. We're going to give him his shot to show us what he can do. Kayahaki Fujijukiwawa. Something like that anyways. There he is. We're going to find out. All right, so Kaihaki Fujikawa. Okay. Kaihaki Fujikawa. Here he is. He's coming in, trying to save the game for the Cubs. Bottom of 9, 3-1 Cubs. Neil Walker against Fujikawa. And who is it? Neil Walker. Thank you. Neil Walker. Here he is. And right-handed Fujikawa. Bottom of 9, 3-1 Cubs. Can the Buccos mount a comeback? Neil Walker needs to get things started. That is a 992. 9 is patient. Lots of choices. 92 is not one of them. 92 is going to just get you a fly ball hit in the right field for the out. Russell Martin catching today. He's 0 for 3 as well. Russell Martin. 235 against right-handers. Wind up in the pitch. Here it comes. The big catcher gets a hold of one. Let's see what he does with it. It's a 5-16. 5 is tough. 16. It's going to be a strikeout. And Fujikawa, 1 out away from sending the Cubs on here. Clint Barnes, 2 strikeouts and a single on the day. Clint Barnes, 216 hitter against righties. Fujikawa, Clint Barnes, wind up in the pitch. It's a 10-48. 10 is defense. Defense of 48. Wrong thing. This one. Defense of 48. 48 is going to be an error check on the second baseman. Error check on the second baseman. Alberto Gonzalez, who's already had 1 error on the play, or on the in the game so far. So Alberto Gonzalez, error check is a 3. Let's find out. The all-important, can we get this out? Error check of 3, so 1-41. It will be an error, and the game will continue. Otherwise, this game is over, and Gonzalez makes a good play. Here it is. It is a 13, so it's an error check, or it's an error once again, and now we got to find out what kind of error. It went to the second baseman. The dice totals are a 6 and a 2. That's an 8. 8 is a 1 base error. So Clint Barnes is still in, reaching on the error. Reach on the error by the second baseman. Second base. And the Buccos are not done yet, especially now that they have the opportunity to bring in a pinch hitter. Let's see, who did they bring in real life? Josh Harrison or John McDonald? Let's look at these gentlemen and see what we got here. Josh Harrison. Josh Harrison or Josh Henderson. Ooh, 167 against righties. Probably not a great opportunity to bring him in. And John McDonald. Oh, he's even worse. Oh, my God. Let's see, was there any other choices? John McDonald. Josh Harrison actually came in to pinch run. Jose DeBita already came in. Travis Snyder is another choice because he did play in the actual game. So let's take a look at Travis Snyder. Here he is. 226 against righty. So Travis Snyder coming in. We have us a pinch hitter. Travis Snyder coming in. Trying to keep things alive for the Buccos. If the wheelhouse check 1-18 will be a home run, and this game will be tied. So if we roll a 3 and something less than 18, this game will be tied. Here we go. Travis Snyder, Fujikawa, the windup in the pitch. That's a 6-26. 6 is tough. Tough 26, and Travis Snyder strikes out to end the game. And the Cubs win this one in PNC Park. As you take the visiting team has won the game, press OK and N on your keyboard. Okay, N. With the win, it's going to be Samardzija. Taking the loss on the day is going to be Barnett. Fujikawa with the save. We'll say okay on that. Yeah, save. I don't care. That's fine. And there you go. Cubs 3, Pirates 1. You can look at the box score possibility. There it is. So player of the game for the Cubs is going to be Anthony Rizzo, 3 for 3 on the day with 2 walks as well, batting 1,000 here on the early season. Also, I think he scored a run. Yes, he did score one of the runs. Schultz with 2 RBIs on the day, actually. So he was actually only 1 for 4. That's all right. We'll give it to Rizzo because I don't think this game actually does. Chicago had 1 double play. Pittsburgh had 2 double plays. So unfortunately, could not get the Buccos win there for Beatles Eternally. I know he was rooting on the Bucks, but unfortunately, Chicago starts off the season 1-0. Pittsburgh, even though it says 0-2, it should be 0-1. I played a miscellaneous game with Chicago. So there it was. Early run for Pittsburgh. A home run by Schultz in the 4th by the Cubs. And then the 2-out single by Valbuena, I think it was. Was it Valbuena? No, because he had no hits. It couldn't have been Valbuena. Was it Castillo? Or maybe it was Gonzalez. That was Gonzalez. I believe it was Gonzalez. Yes, because he's got 2 batted in. So it was Gonzalez with the single in the 8th to score the 2 runs. And that was the difference in the game. For those of you interested in the game that actually happened in April 1st, 2013, you will, of course, notice the final score here. Chicago 3, Pittsburgh 1. And you notice our final score, Chicago 3, Pittsburgh 1. So it doesn't get much better than that, folks. How many sim guys do you know that can get the actual score done right for you guys, huh? Al, Red Sox fan, says Rizzo was player of the game. Yep, I believe I would probably give him player of the game as well. So that is it for Inside Pitch. How about Payoff Pitch? Baseball. I want to thank Al, Red Sox fan, Beatles Eternally, and everyone else that stopped in. At one point we had 8 people in the chat watching the stream. Glad to have everyone aboard. I appreciate your time this evening, and hope everyone has a good evening. Be sure to check out Al Red Sox fans website. He does some great sports simulations, as well as check the link in my YouTube channel. You'll see a whole list of. There's just so many good sports simulation guys out there that are doing things. So just go to the link at the bottom of my page. You'll see a whole bunch of channels. Just go to them all and subscribe because everyone's awesome. We love everyone. So, Al Red Sox fan, this is your host, ID Jester. Once again, final score here in PNC Park. The Chicago Cubs 3, Pittsburgh 1. Everyone have a great evening. We'll see you next time.